Hey there, everybody. It's bright and early on the 6th. It's not the 5th. Let's press refresh. It is the 6th. It is Wednesday. It's January 6th. Oh, yeah, sorry. It's the 6th right there. But let's talk about the 5th real quick. It's early in the morning. We're going to do a little college basketball breakdown. I just finished a ton of work today, and I didn't pay attention to a lick of these games, so I don't know anything about what happened, only what the results are showing me in the scores. So let's talk about yesterday, which was Tuesday. Looks like we go 10 and 4 with our 9% home bump. That's pretty good on the money line, but our spreads were really bad here at 4 and 10. And not all of these had positive spread covers, but yeah, a lot of big negative. I don't know what to think of the point projections yet. I did a lot of work on that yesterday, but it's clearly not like there's talk about work in process. Like, do not trust my point projections. I think that we've learned that because this doesn't look good. Now, I said to put different filters on this, and saying that we should only filter by a spread cover that's greater than zero. Kind of went over that yesterday in one of the ways that we should look at our premium games, and they were terrible. So the point projections are not not having now. As for win loss though, it did pretty well with the bump. I mean, 10 and 4 is pretty good here. What did we lose? We lost this Missouri game away. 8 and 10 teams. I mean, oh yeah, this first game up here, but Fordham only had 2 games, so this is not even a loss. Like I always said, don't look at anything that has less than 2 games. So it's really we were looking, yeah, it's really 10 and 3. That's what happened today. That's not bad. I mean, Kent State, the pick of the day, loses. Jesus, I have a way of finding them, don't I? Son of a gun. Everything else around it except Missouri loses. So both these two up here lose. I feel like that's a win for Vegas against us. But look at this. Look at Davidson and UConn winning at plus 106. That means that that's really good. That the bump really worked well. That's what that means, and I like that because that's why it's there. I mean, like look at what happens if we remove the home bump. Right, we're 10 and 4 with our 9% home bump. If we don't start moving home teams up, it changes. We're still 10 and 4 actually. Interesting. Didn't change. That's funny. It didn't change. That's funny. I guess it didn't matter. Really? Look at how the green moves. Huh. Oh, whatever. All right. Well, we're gonna keep working. Let's talk about today. Wednesday the 6th. Haven't looked at anything, but did bring in the odds. I did have the algorithm do its thing and be all automated for me so that I can just have this there and we can look at this and enjoy this together here. I don't think I'm in bed anymore. I got a million things to do, but whatever. Is there anything cool? Well, we're sorting by descending margin. So what did we learn? We learned that these teams were winning. We learned they're winning. So I always say, well, teams try to win. That's the whole point of playing games is to try to win. So if we think these teams are winning by descending margin, well, then can we find any good lines over here? And can we find any good lines with teams at home? Wofford. Wofford's saying bet on me. Wofford, I think, has cost me a pick of the day last week. Though I'm scared of that. We might be overestimating a team, but man, is it saying take them against North UNC Greensboro? That's, I mean, they're minus 136. It's not the best, but it says take them. It says take them in every way possible. So there's that. If you trust the algorithm, it says go Wofford. What else? Sam Houston's away. And then we're down here at a 9% bump. I'm bringing these teams up to about here. No more underdogs, huh? If you looked at this by the best lines possible, you could do this saying descending, sort, sorry, more sort options, descending by money line. Shows you all the underdogs at the top. Wow, everything's at a negative. That's amazing. Yeah, I would have to say that the word has gotten out about the algorithm. If that's what's happening. Jeez. If every one of our picks margin wise is negative, that's bad. That means that the algorithm has gotten into the hands of those who are making the lines. I mean that's what that means. Wow. That's tough. tough. But you can see here, you want the descending margin to be great. So this is tough. I'm not happy to see this. Yeah, it's Wofford. It is what the algorithm is saying is the best pick of the day. And Sam Houston State supposed to cover 3.5. Our points are all off. I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time with the guys. I mean, I'm not going to do a super long video. I got other work I need to do. But I will work on this later in the week later in the week. I know there's a big schedule. I mean, this is a lot of games. Is there anything we can say about this? You can see that with this home bump, it's picking a ton of home teams. I mean, so many. For example, of the 27 games today, 21 of them are home. Only these 6 are away. Don't pay attention to this yet because it's predicting the future, which hasn't happened yet. So it doesn't mean anything. So really you want to focus on these 21 games. Throwing a chunk of these together in a parlay or round robin, like 5 or 6 at a time, is an interesting idea because if you can see what this is doing in previous days, we're going 6-1. This is back doing a little bit, going 8-2, right? Like if you open it up and show you where these are winning, you do hit a bunch of these, right? I mean, it's tough to stay away from this stuff, but this is backdating it, but it's backdates. This is not actually how well we did. I shouldn't advertise it as how well we did because it's not. Because I've reformulated stuff yesterday, but a lot of this happened. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So when you see something like this, you think about messing around with these home teams somewhere in the middle here. Anyway, if you're interested in subscribing to the Google Sheet, go ahead, follow the links below. I am probably not going to do any more college basketball updates until later in the week. I'll do a video every day like I'm doing, but I'm not going to pay much attention to it. So I'm sorry about everybody that subscribed because I just don't have time to focus on it right now. But I will as soon as we get into the middle of the month. And then somebody asked me about hockey too. If you're still on this video, I think I'm going to do a hockey algorithm too. I got multiple people asking me, and I may as well. If I'm going to run around talking about cubing all the data in Excel and saying it's super easy to create algorithms while I have a cup of coffee every morning, then I better do it in all these different sports and prove to everybody that it can be done without a lot of work. So I think I probably am going to do that. Anyway, all right, guys. If you do one thing today on the 6th, it's root for Wofford. Sorry, it's called Wofford. That's right. They spoiled one of my picks because they're called Wofford. So maybe they will win. Good for them. Go Wofford. Go Wofford -1.5. Either way, either one of those should be good. May all of your picks be winning.